Your arms wrapped around my heart, still dragging me back home. The fire burns, the ashes start. I should have fucking I should have known. I should have I can still feel you there, in every shadow I become. I have captured your essence, your inner degree. If you can't find presence, you'll never be free. Judgment Day is coming, whether you like it or not. Understand the need for guarding. Risk it all. Take your one shot. All these thoughts, they coil inside. Every sin I try to hide. The mirror shows what's left of me. I see your face.
Getting ready for some green flag action. Again, I am your host, Tom Torre, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, getting ready for the ISRL for the Road Soda Sports Night 225, sponsored by Jonathan Militia and RSM. Again, the pre-race show coming up in less than 5 minutes. You're going to see the points, the schedule, and guess what? Some people are in trouble and starting in the back tonight. Get much more here in 4 minutes.
The shock value is stunning.
And Jacob Legg, thank you for the follow.
But the end is coming. You built it willingly. Separate all these voices that whisper through the hate. Remember all their choices. Then you choose their fate. killing me.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone brave enough to willingly watch 30 grown adults emotionally self-destruct inside a stimulated stock car. Welcome to race 7 of 15 of the ISRL, the Independent Sim Racing League, powered by THDesigns, your weekly fix of high-speed nonsense and questionable decision-making. Tonight, we're hitting Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Road Soda Sports Night 225, sponsored by the absolute fucking legend, Jonathan Militia, who looked at this league and said, sure, I'll sponsor the emotional equivalent of a raccoon with a firecracker, and we thank him for it. And folks, I am xHoRsEbOaTx, and I am jacked to call this one. I'm so excited, I'm practically vibrating like a next-gen controller during a crash sequence. And folks, before you ask, I am still on Twitch, I am still on YouTube, and I am still on TikTok. Follow, like, or subscribe, or I'll replace your brake pedal with a fucking stapler. Your choice. Let's talk points, because I know that's what you're here to see. So let's go do that. Let's follow that through while you hear me talk. Matthew Fleming, 565 points, 268 above the cut, 4 wins, 6 top 5s. I don't know if he's racing or if he's hacked iRacing and is driving a top-secret NASA prototype. Man's out here playing story mode on easy while everyone else is in Dark Souls. Mike DeWalt jumps to second at 463 points, driving like Global Gym is charging him per lap. Thomas Meeks third at 427, still fast, still furious, still probably cussing out someone on lap 12 or at the last lap of, I guess, every fucking race in the last 3 weeks. Jeremy Eshelman up to fourth. Apparently discovered the throttle pedal this season, is now using it with malicious intent. Brad Gutierrez in fifth, 55 above the cut and climbing like a man who refuses to be mid, even though he is. Henry Kalhoff, P6, 348 points. Quietly stacking results like he's trying to build furniture without the instructions. Rob Rossello down to P7 to 342 points. He sponsored Iowa, got yeeted by Iowa, and is now recovering like a man who looked at his credit card bill and said, wait, what did I do? Nathaniel Fryman, P8, hanging in there with 34 up. And then Nicholas Van Hemert in P9, the Ford Camp's emotional support driver. And then last but not least, Josh Cole, 10 above the cut, which is basically my rent is due tomorrow, but I think I can make it zone. We still have wild cards. Min Hang, dude showed up out of nowhere like a plot twist and said, hello, yes, I would like playoffs. And Nathan Fuller still hanging on by his fingernails, knuckles white, screaming into the void. And below the yellow line, Andrew Sanford, Ryan Robertson, Michael LeBron James, and Scott Bell, all one strong night away from punching someone else out of the top 12 like a WWE Royal Rumble entrant. Tonight, Charlotte at night is where careers are made, friendships are destroyed, and somebody's going to drive headfirst into turn 1 like they forgot where the brake is. This is where the fast get faster, the slow get angry, and at least one person loudly insists they weren't blocking while their replay says otherwise. So grab your snacks, your drinks, and your emotional support plushies because the Road Soda Sports Night 225 is about to begin, and I am the xHoRsEbOaTx. This is the ISRL, and tonight someone is leaving Charlotte with glory, and someone is rage installing iRacing before bedtime. Again, I'm Tom Torre, a.k.a. the xHoRsEbOaTx, jacked to call this race, and I'm so jacked that I'm knocking my microphone stand over. But let's get that out of here. Let's get what is going on popping. Let's talk about it, the series schedule, and what is at hand here tonight. So you see Charlotte here on the 18th, and this is actually the last race of November. We're going to be heading into December at Pocono on 12/2, and I might have some special guests for you, so stay tuned for that. But again, Pocono, we are off for Thanksgiving week, and again, next week is my birthday on Tuesday, so I might be doing something. Come back here next week and see what's going on. Hopefully, I'll have something totally awesome lined up for you. But let's take a look now into one more section, which I like to call the penalty zone. Penalty report from Iowa looks like this. William Robbins in the 28 gets an EOL for this start here. So does Nicholas Van Hemert, Brad Gutierrez, Mike DeWalt, and Michael James, all for various penalties throughout the week's occurrence of I don't know, what do you want to say? I don't know. Historically speaking, at Iowa. So all 5 have earned themselves a wonderful EOL. And that is about it for that. Again, one more look at the points. Matt Fleming is holding strong. Mike DeWalt right there, used to running in second. Hopefully he can make the jump at some point, making the playoffs. But let's be real. Charlotte is a great track. Again, if you're familiar with iRacing, it is one of the free tracks you get when you first get it. And we're going to head out on the track right now. As I keep pressing too many buttons, but that's okay. Let's see. Who are we going to start with? Let's go with Rob Rossello Jr. Let's go down the track side. Hear the sights and sounds. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Again, it is sports night here. Sports night in Charlotte. And you see Rob Rossello there sporting a Boston Bruins Chevrolet Camaro. Do they call it the Chevrolet now? I don't know. Going into 3 and 4. Me knocking shit over. It's amazing. I'm good at it. See what he gets on lap number 1 for Mr. Rossello, crossing the start-finish line. Where he be? 29-29. Good enough for second here at the moment. Let's get that tree. Ryan Robertson with 29.17, your current fastest. Rossello dropping now again out of 2, looking good down the back stretch. Right on board with the 24. Onto the tri-oval, onto the front stretch, across the start-finish line. 29-29, it's going to be Henry Kalhoff, your fastest right now, and he slaps the wall there. He's going to enjoy that while he can. Let's go to somebody else. Let's go to Min Hang. Min Hang starting his first lap right now, down to the inside. And to me, we started close at dusk, but that sunset came and went as we are in turn 3. Min Hang, as the lights will be coming on Charlotte here shortly. Lap number 1, what does it look like for Mr. Min Hang? Let's see. First lap is going to be a 29.07. Good enough for the pole. Again, Min, so good. Anywhere you line that Ducati 11 up, everybody just going to town quickly. Holy shit. I can't get... There we go. Joseph Van Ryken across for his second lap, 29.57. His best lap is a 29.40. Going to put him 17th. Looks like everybody who has gone is going to go. If anybody does end up going, I will let you know. As we got about a minute and 20 seconds. Let me entertain you with some more music. But that's what it looks like right now. Min Hang, Nathan Fuller, William Robbins, Henry Cowlhoff, Ryan Robertson, Nicholas Van Heemer, Jonathan Militia, Michael LeBron James, Connor Rowe, and Rob Rosello Jr. Your top 10. If you got an HB drink time out there. Ooh, Little Creek is on a 3-stream streak. Blah, 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 blah. Only 3 bullshit. That's funny. Let me know how that stream's looking. The bit rate tells me it's coming back bad. Again, I just got fiber. Nowhere else tells me that we're doing bad. And it's got Steve Jr. over on YouTube. Thank you. See him going woo. Enjoying that. Flemdog Millionaire. Let's go flagship. Enjoying that. Says excellent connection from YouTube. So I'm going to go with YouTube on this one. Fuck Twitch on that one. Again, if you got an HP drink time, I don't know if I said it, I probably did. I'm ready to redeem it. You hit me up and we're going to get it on. Not sexually, but with a drink. TJ Hanley on the track. Let's take a look at him while he's trying to fit it in before it all is over. And they're going to go to a 3-minute warm-up, I believe, before we get right into it. I'm going to redeem my own drink time. Here we go. And it looks like they're going to take a few moments and warm up. Jonathan Militia crossing all the streams, and I mean that with my whole heart. Was on TikTok, now is over on YouTube. When will he make his way over to Twitch? We will find out. You and I both together in harmony. You may notice on the Twitch side, I have lessened the whatchamacallit, the advertisements, because I'm sick of that shit. Militia resubscribed. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, my dog. Jumps over to Twitch, making the triple play. Again, I encourage to share the streams wherever you're at, wherever you're most comfortable watching. You can now watch it on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. Twitch, I would love to have you there. That's where we do the giveaways. But if you're on YouTube or on TikTok, that is all fine and well, and we appreciate all the support that we have live on the playback. We appreciate you. I'm going to take 60 seconds to get ready to get warmed. Got to warm up in the bullpen before we get ready for this race. The Road Soda Sports Night 225 coming up next. Again, the ISRL race tonight sponsored by Road Soda Motorsports for Road Soda Sports Night 225. Getting ready to settle into tonight's action. Again, I am Tom Torre, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, calling it all season long. Sports night here. Let's see if we can find some cool sports themes. Looks like Thomas Meeks decided he was going to go with Wheels America instead of having a Cowboys theme. Good for him for not doing that, because the Cowboys are absolute garbage. They won, but they beat the Raiders. Let's calm down, okay? Let's calm down. Let's calm down on that, all right? Don't drink unless you want to. I absolutely do. We are taking that one, and I'll get you one here. Do we have time? What's on the timer here? Ah, fuck, we don't have time. But as the race gets underway, we definitely will get that drink time in. I promise you that. Getting ready now to do the grid walk. This is a big race. I forgot to tell everybody. For tonight's race, you're looking at 150 laps. You're going to have 6 tire sets, so strategy is going to come into play under a long green flag run. It is about to go down. Again, Road Soda Sports Night 225 at Charlotte. Grid walk is just about underway. We're going to give them a moment to get gridded. But I'm excited to be on the call again. Wherever you like to view, whether it be on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok for your viewing pleasure, you can it can be accessible now. Just look up xHoRsEbOaTx, and I am right there for you always for the ISRL this fall and winter season all along. Yeah, before I forget, it is double points. It is double points, and I muted my shit, so we're going to do it again. Double points.
Double points.
Let's get ready for the Grid walk. All right, well, mostly everybody's here, and it's time to shine. On your front row, your pole sitter once again is the Ducati number 11 Ford Mustang of Min Hang. Outside of him, the 13 of Nathan Fuller. Row 2, we have the Southern Diesel Solutions number 28 of William Robbins, and the outside of him, the 63 of Henry Kelhoff. Row 3, you're looking at the 16 of Ryan Robertson, San Jose Sharks themed machine, and on the outside of him, the Green Bay Packers Ford Mustang number 4 of Nicholas Van Hemert. That's my car right there. Row number 4, you have the 69 of Jonathan Militia, and the outside of him, Michael James. In row 5, you have the Napa Know-How, Connor Rowe Chevrolet Camaro, and the outside of him, the Boston Bruins, Rob Rossello, number 24. In row 6, you have the deuce of the Apex Sim Racing of Cody Keller, and the Wheels America 55 of Thomas Meeks. Guess they don't like fucking sports. Row number 7, the 8 of Matthew Fleming, and the 3 of Jeremy Eshelman. At least one guy likes sports in that New Jersey Devils theme machine. 39 of John Fenoy, and the outside of him, ESPN Fantasy. That is super lame. Josh Cole. Row number 9, you have the 1 of Joseph Enright with the Packers Just Beat, and the THDesigns of TJ Hanley. Row 10, you have the 27 Nathaniel Fryman, and the 64 of Larry Diesbach. In row 11, you have the 10 of Nick Tirana, and the 20 of Scott Bell. The 448 of Tristan Acevedo. Outside of him is going to be the 42 of Christopher Pugliese. In row 13, you have the 84 of Brad Gutierrez and the 5 of Mike DeWalt. Row 14, you have the 99 of Van Halen, Stephen Jr., and the 12 of Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., and last but not least, Alex Snyder in that Phoenix Sun machine. God damn, that is awful. And just one more time, EOL's being served here as they go off. William Robbins, Nicholas Van Heemer, Brad Gutierrez, Mike DeWalt, and Michael James all serving EOLs. So you will see them start to the back of the pack.
I don't think we're going to go.
Oh, they're not going to go. No way, bro. Again, they're going to take a lap. Usually they try to get these guys going right away. It's not going to happen this time. But I'm excited here. We are 4 races away from the playoffs around Christmas time. Oh my God. Before we go, I forgot about this and I have to give it some love because it's my series. It's my tour. Horse, Boat, and Friends in the house on the front row. I paid a lot of money for the sponsorship, ladies and gentlemen, so I have to show it off while I can. Fuller's like, I got a car for you. And I'm like, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. What is it? He gave me a little taste, and I went all in. Horse, Boat, and Friends Golf Tour Machine. Again, runner-up this season in that Golf Plus Tour. Shave 3 was up, everyone. What is going on? Factor Mike says these schemes are sexy. No doubt. No doubt these schemes are sexy. I love it. And it's also... definitely is. Gonna have to get an interview with the race sponsor tonight. I haven't talked to him in a while, so probably gonna have to check in with him. And again, 2 weeks from tonight, we're gonna be at Pocono, and I might have a special guest. At least I hope he shows. If he does, it's gonna break some barriers here at Horse, Boat, and Friends. And this is Horse, Boat, and Friends. A lot of these guys that I work with in this sense are great people. I would consider them to be great friends at this point. But let's get this going instead of getting all sentimental. Mid-hang Nate Fuller leading us off for the Road Soda Sports Night 225 Sports Theme Machines. Here we come.
Green flag.
Green, green, green. Here we go for the ISRL. Everybody knows Charlotte. And if you don't know Charlotte, you're living under a rock. Any driver, anyone. Oh, shit. Jacob Nichols with the follow. Thank you, sir. You got Min Hang out in front, but like I said, Charlotte, one of those free tracks you get right on board with Fuller and that Horse, Boat, and Friends theme machine. Charlotte is a track where you can hang. You see Ryan Robertson make big moves here early on to move up into second. It's going to fade a little bit. But Charlotte is a track that makes for great racing. It doesn't matter what series it is. Some people love the Roval. Me, not so much. I mean, I do, but I don't at the same time. See Thomas Meeks is right on board with the 55. The man who hates sports and people. Wheels America, it's all he cares about is selling wheels and making deals. Thomas Meeks the third. running around currently in 9th. But again, we got 150 laps. Fuel window I am seeing is about 38 laps. Maybe 40, 42 if you can push it. Shave3 says, man, I wish I could get into these races. You can. You just got to have a decent computer that can run this. And the steering wheel. Controllers are awful. I do not recommend it. Although if you have godlike thumbs, maybe you could pull it off. I digress. We are into the meat and potatoes of this season right now. Every finish important. If you can do it, it would mean the world. Jeremy Eshelman, that newly themed New Jersey Devils 3 machine. Gotta say, it looks pretty sexy, all things considered. No computer for me, that's the problem. Hey man, you can build a computer less than $1,000 that can run iRacing. I guarantee you, my man. I guarantee you. You ever want to know? I've got a couple guys that are big tech dudes that could help you get set up to do this. Again, to get involved in iRacing, you need a wheel. Again, I recommend a Logitech G920. It's about $200 on eBay. But again, if you're looking on the low end, you could get into iRacing for less than $1,000. Easy money. Now, if you're unemployed, I can't fucking help you with that. That I cannot do. Henry Kalhoff, Jonathan Militia battling side by side. Jonathan Militia, a stone's throw from this racetrack. He has come home with many a women from here. None of them keepers, most of them above 250. Hopefully he misses that comment. Looks like gonna sit back, tuck it in behind Henry Kalhoff, which is not shocking at all. Wonder if Militia's parents are watching tonight. Probably not. Got the wife, that's a problem. She won't let me spend money. You know what? Still, Pringles, what's up, bro? Shave, you got to understand, man, it's a community of people. If it's something you're passionate about, let your wife know. Look, man, I'll tell you. I'll give you a story. Since we are under green, we'll get you some action here. Years ago when I first started having kids with my wife, we have 3 kids, okay? We were already 2 kids at this point. My wife let me try radio broadcasting because I found a nice job for it. Traveled the area doing high school sports, and it was a real big passion of mine. Once that job ended, I found it a little hard because I love that. It's just the funding ran out for it. Things changed with the job. It just didn't really work. I love racing. Now, I don't watch a lot of NASCAR of today's era. Just, it's not really my thing. Stage racing, not really my thing, but I love broadcasting. I was racing with some friends online, met a group of people just on a whim, which happened to start their own league. And they just happened to need a broadcaster. So that's how I fell into this. Again, if you're really passionate about it, I would do it. It's fun. Pringles says, I dropped 1K on a Moza R9. And Pringles, I know that's probably hard for you because I know you a little bit. How hard that was to let that money go. You see a battle here. Militia making a move now into second place. Climbing his way up through the field. I know that was hard for you to drop that kind of money. But again, you understand how awesome this simulation is and what you can do here. Shafe, let that be a lesson, man. It can be done. It can be done. Side by side, Nathan Fuller, Jonathan Militia, toe-to-toe right now for second. Fuller's going to give it up for the moment, but back to the inside and battling. Here we go. Let's get the view and perspective from Connor Rowe. Heard Connor Rowe ain't got no hose. That is unfortunate. But Min Hang has led every single lap. Let's give him some love. Like I said, bad luck always deters him from the win. Last week, I think he fared okay. I can't remember. I can't remember what I did 15 minutes ago. But he is out in front right now, 16 of 150 in the books. And he's out to almost a second on Jonathan Militia. Let's go see if there's anything exciting going around. Any good battles we should pay attention to? Yes, there we go. Of course, we get a camera on them and things stop. Well, let's go back a little bit further. You know what I'd love to see tonight? A majority of, instead of a minority of, Packers cars. Anybody knows me knows I'm a big Packer fan. And we've got Nicholas Van Hebert in that beautiful number 4 Green Bay Packers themed machine. Got a back-to-pack. And he's doing everything he can to do that. And we have another one, which is the 5 of Mike DeWalt. A beautiful Packers Toyota Camry themed machine. I would love to see that car in victory lane tonight. That would be hot. Other than that, right now, not a lot of detrimental action. Scott Bell, Nicholas Van Hebert side by side. This looks like for 20th. Alex Snyder and that Phoenix Suns themed machine, they lost to the Bucks a few years ago for their championship, which was probably the best run they'll ever have in the next decade or so. You got Christopher Pugliese back here with the Patriots, who, ironically enough, are one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Robertson making a push in that San Jose Shark 16. In third, doing the damn thing. Now, I'll let you in on a secret. I am not somebody who watches the NHL religiously. If I do watch a game, and it's not because I don't like hockey, okay? I want to get it out of the way. It's not because I don't like hockey. Wisconsin does not have an NHL team. So when I was a kid, I loved the Colorado Avalanche. Joe Sakic, whatever his name is, Peter Forsberg, Patrick Waugh, just to name a few. Big Avalanche fan, but I also love the San Jose Sharks. Loved everything about it. As I've grown, it's still there. I don't watch him as much. But when I became friends with Ryan Robertson, you know, he's a Giants fan if you are into baseball, but he's a Sharks fan. I'm like, hell yeah, I can get down with that. And that car tonight just deserves a little bit of love since it is sports night. The man who has fallen off the grid is Jonathan Militia. Must have got a text from a Torre and had to pull over. Brad, who is known as the Torre Hunter, must have not received that one. And it went to 69 of Jonathan Militia. Sorry, Brad. Next week, or excuse me, 2 weeks, at Pocono, the Kennametal 188, live right here. Should be a good one. Again, that'll be 3 races away from the playoffs beginning. That should be amazing. Get the Kennametal 188 at Pocono in 2 weeks from tonight. Out in front and still nearly a second ahead is Min Hang, Nathan Fuller, Ryan Robertson, Matthew Fleming, and Henry Kalhoff, your top 5, but holding on barely. You have Matthew Fleming, Connor Rowe right there, challenging for that position. Then behind them, Thomas Meeks, Josh Cole, and Rob Rosello Jr. with Brad Gutierrez rounding out your top 10. Let's ride on board with the 84 USF Fighting Bulls machine. Riding inside the 84 of Brad Gutierrez. Having a solid run here and our biggest mover so far. Up to 10th, cracking that top 10, and it is a battle up here. Matthew Fleming and Thomas Meeks battling for that top 5 spot. Connor Rowe hanging on by a thread. Now giving way to Matt Fleming. Like Meeks in the cuck chair. Watching and following along like a... I'm not going to go. Let's move on. Matthew Fleming working his way up through the field, trying to climb for his win, looking for win number 5. And then you have Josh Cole in that ESPN fantasy theme machine. If he gets into the top 3 tonight, I'm going to ask who made his car. I'm just going to say that. Getting around Henry Kalhoff into 7th. Top 10 hit for him would be excelente and muy importante to my Spanish viewers out there. Tucking back in. wow. Matthew Fleming, Brad Gutierrez. Brad Gutierrez making a push. He wants it, and he wants it bad. Outside line seems to be working for some folks. You just see Brad slip in and go through and make that pass over the 8 car, and now he has his sights set on the 43 of Josh Cole. But Brad Gutierrez, 18 spots up from where he began, and we have ourselves our first caution of the night. Looks like Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. has crashed. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see. Oh, looks like Nicholas Van Hemert and him got in a little Rochambeau here. Let's find out what happened. All right. Let's play it in real time. Let's see what happened here. And looks like Van Hemert may have just gotten into him a little bit, and then William Robbins and him went for a ride, and both went head first into the backstretch wall. Cody Keller looks like was involved possibly as well. Let's give you a ride from the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. Just so you can kind of get a taste of what we're looking at here. Again, use promo code DVDA for your 50% off your first purchase. But all right, here we go. And it looks like, yeah, looks like that's what happened. Just a tap, just enough to put him in the wall. Again, coming from the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. Let's see if there's any extracurriculars that happen. Oh, yeah, looks like Cody Keller. Oh, shit. Ha! Damn, girlfriend, that is a bummer. Looks like we have a ton of people hitting the pits. But that is the meandyourmom.com instant replay powered by the ISRL. Again, our first action of the day here on pit lane. You're going to see them come through. Wave hi to people at TikTok and everybody in the audience out there on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you for being a part of this and enjoying the scenery of tonight's festivities. Again, tonight's festivities is sponsored by the wonderful people at RSM or at Road Soda Motorsports, sponsoring Road Soda Sports Night 225. Again, when you're self-conscious, always good to have a road soda before you go. And I mean water or soda, not beer. Don't be a douchebag. Not cool when you drink and drive. Not cool. Maybe when you're sim racing. I won't go that far. But definitely not in real life. But Jonathan Militia out there in front. Looks like he's going to get the reach around. Again, if you got any HB drink times over in that Twitch chat, I would take it. Got to work tomorrow, but I don't care at this point. It'll be a nice day. And we'll attack it with ferocity. On the front row as we are getting back to business. Looks like Min Hang, Nathan Fuller, like we never left. Connor Rowe and Ryan Robertson, row 2. Matthew Fleming, Thomas Meeks, row 3. Row 4, going to be Josh Cole, Henry Kalhoff. And rounding out your top 10. And in row 5, Brad Gutierrez and Rob Rossello Jr. All right. Getting back to the future. And back to green flag racing. We are about to do Min Hang in that red 11 Ford Mustang going to lead us off in the restart zone. It is prime time for crime time. Here we go. Green flag action. Here we go. Green for the Road Soda Sports Night 225. really interesting that caution happened right around the time they needed to go for pit stop. It is pretty cheeky right here. Oscar Martinez. Hello, Oscar Martinez. I gotta watch some Office. It's been a long time. It is wet and wild at Charlotte. Oh, Fenoy in the 39 hitting the wall out of 4. Getting almost a third of the way through it. And did I mention before, and I think I did, but I'm not sure. We have. Just want to make sure y'all heard it. Hang out in front and not looking to give it up anytime soon. Gotta hand it to Min Heng. I think if there is a most laps led award, he would be leading it right now. Maybe there is, I don't know. Right on board with the 43 of Josh Cole. Now, don't let that description scare you. He is not a good ass kicker either. Maybe a VR golf, but that's about it. His fantasy team sucks like mine does. I'll just be real. Side by side for second place between Connor Rowe and Nate Fuller. Brian Robertson right there as well. Big shout out to the 16 of Ryan Robertson. Having a career night so far, keeps it up. He can put himself in victory lane. Out in front is Min Heng, but side by side action behind them. Thomas Meeks to the inside of Ryan Robertson. They have been battling here the entire lap with no end in sight, it seems. My money's on Nathan Fuller, not just because my logo is on his car, but because he is a damn skilled driver. He's got the skills to pay the bills. But Charlotte is side. Oh, shit!
Big crash.
God damn it. Why did I say anything? God damn.
What? Oh no.
And we have our second accident of the night. I feel so bad. I Joe Bucked the shit out of these guys, and I feel so bad. Oh my God.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
That should be directed at me. Let's run it back. We'll see it in full time, or in full speed, I should say. And just enough. Oh my God. The carnage. And, you know, I'm happy that everybody has a fast. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to back that up again. Holy goodness. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen. See that in front of it? Let's see the chaos behind it all. Watch this. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Damn. Ryan Robertson got his ass kicked, and that's not even being funny. Back it up one more time just so we can see it all again. Oh, here we go. And I'm not sure what happened here. Like, it looks like maybe Fuller was trying to get ready to arc into the turn because it looks like he came up just a tidbit to the right. Now, we all know that that's not intentional by any means. But then Henry Kalhoff, looks like Rob Rosello's involved in this. Coming back up the track, Cole thought he was clear, and he was not. He got his ass lit up. Coming down, Jeremy Eshelman looks like he's going to escape barely. Nick Van Heemert, not so lucky, getting a little bit of contact there. Let's see about Joseph Enright. Boom, yes. Tristan Acevedo getting a double whammy, getting, what should I say, double points.
Double points.
And then that is about as funky as it gets. Good grief. I got to work it into my contract for next season. Maybe running one of these races with the fellas. Seems like a lot of fun, but we'll find out. One lap to green flag racing. Connor Rowe and Min Hang going to lead us off with Matthew Fleming, Thomas Meeks, Brad Gutierrez, Nicholas Van Heemert, Nathaniel Fryman, Larry Diesbach or Diebach. I don't know if the S is silent. Nathaniel Fryman, Rob Rosello, and TJ Hanley. Rounding out our top 10.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Again, if you're out there, I'd love to hear from you. Talk to me. Book 'em, Dano. Let's go. Min Hang having a ball here tonight. Riding on easy street, almost a second in front of the field the entire race once they get established. Will that continue? Let's find out. Got less than 100 laps to do so. Pace car going to be entering pit lane. Our field back to green flag action. Road Soda Sports Night 225 is back at it, and Min Hang off and away. And he's gone like Batman into the night. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Again, if it's bad, if it's good, let me know. I need to know. Connor Rowe trying to make a push to challenge Min Hang for the lead. Min Hang, Connor Rowe, Matthew Fleming, Thomas Meeks, and Brad Gutierrez, your top 5. Nathaniel Fryman, Mike DeWalt, Robert Sedlow Jr., Nicholas Van Hemert, and TJ Hanley, your top 10. Again, being in Wisconsin, it is cold here, but hot here in Charlotte. With a battle for second place, Matthew Fleming and Connor Rowe side by side. Fleming, a 4-time winner in the ISRL, trying to make it 5 here tonight. 2 Camaros. 1 teammate behind him in the 55. That is the 8 car of Matthew Fleming. But no doubt, Brad Gutierrez is coming. And let's talk about the 5 of Mike DeWalt. Mike DeWalt in that Green Bay Packers themed machine has climbed 20 spots from where he qualified, which was 26th. He has done an incredible job of keeping the car clean and working his way up into the front. Whatever it is that Min Hang is doing, he has an edge on everybody else. Folks, this is truly incredible on a couple different levels. To be almost nearly a second ahead of the field. Now, I'll let you know, everybody that is watching here tonight and on the playback, that these setups are fixed. So everybody has the same kind of setups. But there's a couple things you can change, which is the brake bias, the steering degree or radius. And I think one other thing. But for most, they don't mess with it. They leave it as the default. Some play with it until they get it just right. Min Hang is doing something just right, where he has a second lead on the rest of the field, where everybody's side by side behind him. He is making headway, but maybe not for long. See Rusty Roberts over there on TikTok side. Hello. Jason Barlow, hello. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you like racing. If you don't, that's all good too. Appreciate you even taking a look at the channel. Your leader right now is Min Hang. Min Hang has never won in the ISRL. Matthew Fleming has won 4 times over. We're 7 races into the inaugural season. It is about to go down. 62 laps in, 150. Again, they pitted around lap 38. I would imagine around lap 76 to lap 80, they may pit again. Again, I'm going to wave at you. I see you may be here or not. That's great. If you are, that's even better. Appreciate the view. But again, that 8-car Flem Dogs Garage, I believe, is your 4-time winner. Min Hang has never won a race, has led a lot of the laps, though. And looking to be on easy street here tonight. But Fleming is closing that gap and in a hurry. I see Ashley Hartley in the chat. Thank you for watching this TikTok, at least putting up with it for 5 seconds. I know how busy you may be. And there she goes. What a bitch. Just kidding. Vin Hang, Matthew Fleming, Brad Gutierrez, Connor Rowan, Thomas Meeks the third, your top 5. Rob Rosello Jr., Nathan Fuller, Mike DeWalt, Michael James, and Nathaniel Fryman, your top 10. I'm going to say hi to her anyways. I'm going to wave at her in the TikTok chat. I don't know what that shit does. 1 week from tonight, I'm going to be old as shit. It's a little nerve-wracking, but not nerve-wracking as Brad Gutierrez. Brad Gutierrez. One of my favorite drivers in, I think, of all of iRacing. He's in my top 5. If I had a list, he'd be there. But again, he is the torta pounder. Normally I would let him off the hook, but I'm not going to do that. He is the torta pounder. Matthew Fleming slowly closing the door on Min Hang, trying to give him something to work with as we approach 69 laps of 150. Nathan Fuller, Rob Rosello Jr. going at it like a couple of dogs. I love God / I Eat Concrete joined from your post. Hell yeah. Justin Buxton joined when he left as well. Racing is such a niche thing. I get it. I get it. People don't like it. Some people love it. Some people don't. Fortunately for y'all, I enjoy cars going around the track, especially people that I know. It's pretty fantastic. Right on board with that Boston Bruins Chevrolet Camaro of Rob Rosello Jr. Again, Rob Rosello sponsored last week's race. In contention here inside the top 10, currently in 6th. I'm going to take 30 seconds as we ride on board with the great Rob Rosello Jr. You see Rosello here battling with the Horse Boat and Friends theme machine of Nathan Fuller. Oh my God, what am I doing? CMJ, thank you for following the live. Appreciate that. Hell yeah, thank you CMJ for that. You're welcome. I appreciate you following the stream. Again, if you are a driver, if you're even interested, I know there's a couple spots left in this league. Let me know, man. Shoot me a DM. Try to get you into it. It's pretty good. Men hang out in front right now. Brad Gutierrez and Matthew Fleming hunting Min Hang down like a dog. Again, two differences of approach here at Charlotte. You have Min Hang riding that bottom, while Brad Gutierrez riding the top, and he's been very successful. Brad Gutierrez started 25th, now all the way up into second. And Min Hang gonna hit the pits. Lap 76 right on schedule again, about 38 to 42 laps of fuel in this tank. Brad looking to ride this out. Again, the Torre Pounder himself out in front. Let's see how long this will last. I would imagine only a couple laps. There he is. I would imagine he's coming in this time by. No, he's making a liar out of me. Good fucking Lord. CMJ, brother, I don't know. If you've never heard of me, I am unfiltered, okay? I'm not officially sponsored by anyone. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I love these drivers. They love me. El Rob is in here. Cole is in here. Football X Factor, thank you for joining, paying attention for a moment. El Rob, always in here. Always love the support. You are wonderful. William Robbins, let's give an update inside the top 10. Again, El Rob will tell you, CMJ, how awesome this league is, how awesome. She says, sorry I'm late, I'm here, but hey, I totally get it. Don't worry about it. I still love you, it's fine. 10 out of 10 league, 10 out of 10 broadcaster. I want you to put that in there too. You gotta tell everybody. And there she goes, there we go. She's only saying that because she's won some shit for me. That's it, that's it. Brad Gutierrez out in front is still holding it down, and I'm just kidding. El Rob likes this broadcast for more than that. I know I'm playing. Brad Gutierrez in the pits. Fuller going to inherit this lead. He pit last on lap 48. So again, about, I would imagine, let's see where we're at, about 6 more laps from now, you might consider it. On that Horse Boat and Friends Golf Tour number 13 out in front. Holding it down, Boston Bruins, Rob Rosello not far behind. East Coast man, West Coast ideas. Ready to get it on. Again, we're getting into that pit window. Michael LeBron James and that Oasis number 7. I always forget this car's sponsorship. Southern Something Solutions. Don't hate me for it. It's a beautiful car. The chromatic red. Dang, what happened to Fleming? He pit. We're in that pit window right now, Liz. We are in that pit window right now. Everybody is trying to hold out again. Some of these guys didn't pit or pit on lap 48, which puts them out a little bit longer. So they might be able to go. Right now. What's Rowe's first name? I know a Rowe. This is Connor Rowe. Front row, Connor Throw, which some guys call him if you are in the Gen Z era, which I am not. There he is right there in that Napa Know-How number 9. I love this. Ray Bader 99 in here. Richard Hall, David White. We got Dick Hall in here. Mind if I call you Dick? Hopefully you like it. If not, my bad. He left. He left. That must have been the wrong call. That's funny because I don't care. But that Horse Boat and Friends number 13, Nathan Fuller out in front and leading the charge. But I imagine, yep, right now he's going to take it. Rob Rossello pitted the same lap, going to stay out maybe another lap or so and pit himself. Oh, Rob sharing the live. I appreciate that a lot. Again, my new internet here. I just got a new provider. These guys are great, and I love them so far. Max Verstappen Glazer. I love that name. Happy it's gone, though. What do you glaze? Can't beat the donuts. William Robbins all the way out in second. Rolling along with Rob Rossello again. They're trying to get track position, but I don't know at this point how beneficial it is. CMG says, when you do these guys race Tuesday nights only. Yes, Tuesday nights on this. But if you message me, I have another league that I broadcast that I am actually a vice president of that we do on Monday nights. So if that appeals to you, again, all the better. Let me know. Robbins races Mondays too, but not on this network. Yeah, no, not on this one. I would imagine somewhere just as cool. Because if not, you wouldn't race there. Like I said, CMJ, if you want to reach out, I can let you know. Again, or you can add me. We use Discord for our main primary source of communication. xHoRsEbOaTx. I'll add you there, and we'll get you involved. We'll get you involved in both leagues. And see where that falls. But right now, Rob Rossello leading some laps. Getting the work in, as they say. Should be pitting any moment now. Yes, he will. Hanley in second, likely to follow. But he's going to hold out like a boss. L. Rob says, tapping the screen for you like crazy on the TikTok. I appreciate that a lot. You don't need to do it. That's okay. I don't care as much. It's fine. I'm happy that you enjoy it. And enjoy it so much that you like to like it. I gotta ask you, TJ Hanley, our leader now. Your husband mentioned maybe doing an unboxing. Did you do that already? I hope you enjoyed the giveaway. I have a bunch on the ship, and I didn't think it was nearly as cool. TJ going in the pits. CMJ says, I gotta go. I'll shoot you a text. Keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. Again, at least if one person likes this, it's all worth it for me, man. These guys are great that I follow and that I support. And again, thank you for joining us, CMJ, here, at least giving a part of your time. I know that's the most valuable thing that you can give. Minhang, again, going to inherit that lead. Down in front, only 2 cautions to speak of tonight as we get close to 50 laps to go. Again, if you're liking the live, you really don't have to do it. I appreciate that. I do it for fun. These guys are great. I love what I do. My wife is super awesome and supports it. Otherwise, she would have shut me down fucking years ago. Big hats off to the fam. They do great as well. Did a donuts with grown-ups this morning with the kids. That was pretty cool. Let's talk about the top 5. You have Min Hang, Brad Gutierrez, Matthew Fleming, Mike DeWalt, and Thomas Meeks III, your top 5. Nathan Fuller, Connor Rowe, Rob Rosello Jr., Michael LeBron James, and William Robbins rounding out your top 10. Right on board with the 28 of William Robbins. Now, Liz, I don't know if you're too busy. Let me know how this is doing on Twitch. My bit rate there has shown like in the red the entire time, but everywhere else it shows excellent. If you could let me know, that would be great. Chef Bill. Chef. Ah, he left. Damn it. That was an awesome name. I loved it. Nathaniel Fryman in that grayed out. It looks like it was highlighted in like Microsoft Word or Excel and it just never got translated correctly. Trying to get unlapped here. Looks like, you know, if I was a driver, you know, I do race sometimes. I raced at Pocono with Indy cars the other weekend. Last weekend was great. But it looks like the car was highlighted over. It was weird. But Min Hang, Brad Gutierrez. Both drivers going to have to pit one more time. Brad gonna take the lead now, away for the first time. Away from Min Hang, forcefully. Brad Gutierrez pit lap 79, Min Hang lap 75. El Rob says, looks great. Thank you so much for that. And I don't know why it shows me in the red. It's pretty lame. But I don't care, as long as it looks good. That is what matters. That USF 84 of Brad Gutierrez out in front and dominating this race. Turning a new leaf. Maybe Min Hang is backed off. I don't know. And it looks like an adjustment was made by the 11 of Min Hang, kind of following suit with what Brad is doing. What do you mean it shows me in the red? No, it shows me in the red. I have what they call bit rate, and it kind of tracks what I'm doing. And it shows it in the red, but everywhere else, like on YouTube and TikTok, it shows excellent stream quality. And I just got this new ISP on, well, yesterday, Monday. So I'm just curious with how it is doing and looking for feedback on that. Looks like everything's great from what I can tell. Brad Gutierrez living the dream. Oh, Rob, oh yeah, got you. Yeah, looks great. That's awesome. Got Pedro Duran over there, Shave 3 over there on TikTok. Enjoying the festivities, right on board with the 55 of Thomas Meeks III. Look at him in that profile picture. Looks like he just got arrested for being too amazing. that Wheels America number 55 Chevrolet Camaro. I was going to go deeper than that, but you know what? I didn't. Inside of 50 to go. Brad Gutierrez, Min Hang, Matthew Fleming, Mike DeWalt, Robert Zello Jr., your top 5. Nathan Fuller, Thomas Meeks, Michael James, William Robbins, and Ryan Robertson, your top 10. Let's run on board with that 16 San Jose Sharks machine of Ryan Robertson. Now, don't forget, folks, we are off next week for ISRL racing, but I might be on doing a birthday stream. We'll see how that goes. We might have some drivers from the league a part of that. We'll see how it turns out. That New York Giants scheme. What the hell is that about? I don't know if those are scores of all the times they've beaten the Patriots. I don't know. Should have went with ABBA. Would have been a better choice. Just kidding. Getting close to less than 40 to go. Brad Gutierrez, Min Hang, Matthew Fleming, Mike DeWalt, and Robert Zello Jr., your top 5. These guys are battling it out. And having a good old time. Rob says, you going to any races next year, Tom? Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. I'm going to be 40, and it's really depressing. I hope to go to Chicagoland next year. I want to meet Mike DeWalt. He's been a longtime friend of mine for a few years over on Discord, and he is Illinois. I'm in Wisconsin. So hopefully we can meet up. Finally dap it up. Meet as friends should. I've heard that that area near Chicagoland isn't so great, but I'm hoping that I can be proven wrong. Robbins will be 40 in February. I am so sorry. My wife will be 40 soon enough. She's not going to be happy I said that. But we're both a similar age, so, you know. But that is all right, you know. It's just, it's a part of life. It is what it is. But I enjoy having this community that's, community that's around me. And just some really, a good group of drivers and friends course of the last few years. Nathan Fuller pulling out in front of Robert Zello and Mike DeWalt. And you see Fuller now pulling into 4th. Mike DeWalt pulling out into 6th. Brad Gutierrez doing his best. mid-hang aggression. Out in front, but by almost a second and a half. Again, all of these drivers are going to have to pit at least one more time. Let's give a big shout out to Stephen Gurley Jr. I love the Van Halen theme machine. Very sexy. I can tell he put a lot of thought into this theme. Maybe not a music night, but again, still very cool. Yes, very sexual. He says very sexual themes. And I like what I see. Brad Gutierrez putting a lap on him and moving out in front even further. Mid-hang looking to pit. Now putting Brad 5 seconds ahead of the next closest driver, which would be the 4-time winner of Matthew Fleming. Brad, who said he is racing his heart out at Indy not too long ago, running it back here at Charlotte and just dominating this race. He understands how this track works. Another thing to note, though,
Call caution.
and oh shit, before I say anything,
Difficult official this week, so make sure we're minding our P's and Q's.
Connor Rowe appears to have crashed, and let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. Oh, buddy, and he just lost control, hitting the ass end of his car. Hats off to everybody else who have avoided. Oh, Scott Bell almost did not. But it was enough to bring out a caution. Let's back it up again and see what we can see. Get your interview in just a moment there, El Rob. What a mistake. Connor throwing it down. And that is how the cookie crumbles. Let me see if I can find William anywhere. Oh, there he is. I'm going to take him. See if I can find him. Hold on. Mr. Robbins, do you have a copy?
Hey, what's up, Tom?
Good evening, good sir. I know you're trying to focus here on pitting here at the moment, but your wife said I had to talk to you, so she redeemed her points. I have to oblige. How are you feeling about the end of this race here?
Man, hey, to start from the back with an EOL, feel pretty good, man. Making some good headway, climbing our way up, so... And now it feels pretty good. Got a shot at getting up here and having a good finish.
Now I gotta ask you a real question. Are you willing to take out your teammate for a win?
1,000%, especially if it's Meeks. I will wreck him all day.
That is fantastic.
And,
Go ahead.
If it comes down to me and old bad Brad up there, you know, might owe him a little bump from last week's finish. So we'll do what we got to do to get a win.
That is the kind of drama I was hoping to hear, and I wish you the best of luck, good sir.
Hey, I appreciate it, Tom.
You are welcome. That is the William Robinson 28 machine trying to bring it home in that wonderful red 28. Thank you, sir. All right, bringing it back. Robbins trying to make a push to the front. Robbins in 7th currently. And don't forget, while we have a chance to talk about it in 2 weeks from tonight, the Kennametal 188 at Pocono. We come back after a week off at Pocono to make the playoff race even that much more intense. Sponsored by Kennametal, right here on the Horse Boat Network. Get ready, get raw, and get down for Tuesday night right here on the Horse Boat Network. Brad Gutierrez and Matthew Fleming on that front row with Rob Rossello and Nathan Fuller. Thomas Meeks, Mike DeWalt, Joseph Enright, William Robbins, and Michael LeBron James with Ryan Robertson rounding out your top 10 as we get ready to go green flag action, hopefully to the conclusion of this thing. Matthew Fleming looking for win number 5. Everybody else looking to unleash the beast. Can we build it? Yes, we can. 84 leading us off in the Echo Park restart zone. Oh, Matthew Fleming, not a good restart for Senor. But Brad says, I am gone. All of these guys now can make it to the end, but it might be a little sketchy. As we are inside of 30 laps to go to end this thing. Brad Gutierrez out in front with Nathan Fuller, Matthew Fleming, Mike DeWalt, and William Robbins is right on board with the Green Bay Packers theme machine of Mike DeWalt. What it would mean for somebody else besides Nathan Fuller or Matthew Fleming to win a race this season. Brad Gutierrez thought he had the car at Indy. Looks like right now he has the car at Charlotte and is continuing to dominate. Again, at his best, he was about a second and a half in front of the second place driver. Now, he has not led the most laps. Min Hang in the 11 has led the most laps so far. But once Brad Gutierrez got the lead, he never let it go. Matthew Fleming in 8, in the 8 car behind him in second. A 4-time winner, trying to make it 5. And Mike DeWalt trying to get in victory lane tonight. One of his best chances to do it before he gets into the playoff. Again, 7 races, I believe, is the minimum to be playoff eligible. Doing a hell of a job, and to the inside he goes on the 8 car. Getting inside of 25 laps to go. this is Brad's race to lose at this point. Let's see where Min Hang is. Back in 12th. Trying to make, oh, Rob Marcello going for a ride. And he saves it.
Yellow's out.
But
You
John
need to pit
Fenoy
900.
did
Get
not.
more acclimated to it.
And that is going to get us another caution here late in this race. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. All right, let's see what the hell happened. He's starting for pit road. So what the fuck is this? Oh my God, no way. No way. No way. Boy. Oh, this is so good. Trying to get out of there fast. He's just trying to go. And then he's just like, I'm going to gas it in the wall. Fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? Fuck it. One more time for the folks at home who didn't see it. Full speed. I'm not even changing cameras. Let's just check this shit out. This is pretty funny. He's like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Going in the wall. Oh. Don't let the invisible fire hurt my friend. I'm just kidding. John Fenoy, a decent driver, just must have had a little bit of an issue. But a caution nevertheless. Inside of 25 laps to go. Again, this will be the last time we're with us in the month of November. Kennametal 188 at Pocono on December 2nd as we kick off December with a bang. With 3 races left to go before the ISRL playoffs, the inaugural playoffs, the first time. Again, first time champion. That's one thing that nobody can take away from you if you ever become it. It's a first-time champion of a sport, of a league. And one lucky ISRL participant will get a chance to do that. But, again, all season long, fall and winter long, right here on the Horse Boat Network. 2 weeks from tonight, the Kennametal 188. At Pocono. All right, pace car lights are off, and you know what that means. That means we are going to get back to green flag racing in just a moment. Again, Brad Gutierrez, Matthew Fleming, Mike DeWalt, William Robbins, Michael James, Ryan Robertson, Thomas Meeks, Joseph Enright, Min Hang, and Jeremy Eshelman rounding out your top 10. Brad Gutierrez leading a good chunk of this race tonight. Min Hang leading the most laps so far here tonight. But both drivers competitive. Min Hang making one move at a time to get back up there and blinking out like a strobe light. Pace car is going to pull off, and here we go to the Road Soda Sports Night 225 at Charlotte.
Ready, green, green, green.
Green, green, green with 19 laps to go. The battle for second is going to be epic. They don't want to touch tips unless they need to. Fleming gonna let DeWalt have it for this time around. But it would mean a lot for Brad Gutierrez to get the victory lane here tonight. Started with an EOL. And now so close to getting the victory lane. It could be all for naught, but I would imagine really would have some gravity on his ISRL stint. Looking further back, Thomas Meeks clapping them cheeks, trying to get a top 5. Maybe willing to take out his teammate William Robbins to do it. And Robbins said, oh, as they slap the wall, Meeks does. Robbins said in a heartbeat he would take Robbins or Meeks out for a position, which I don't necessarily say that is true, but those guys definitely fuck around. It's funny. But Thomas Meeks III sees Michael James in that Flem Dogs Oasis number 7. I think he's part of that team as well. Will he clap those cheeks? We're going to find out. Crown Like the Live, thank you so much for that on TikTok. Means a lot. Very appreciative of that support. Again, if you're an iRacer, always looking for more people to join ISRL. As we get under, it looks like 14 laps to go. Brad Gutierrez in that USF 84 out in front. Trying to bring it home for win number 1 on the year. Mike DeWalt right behind him in that Green Bay Packers number 5 Toyota Camry. And Matthew Fleming, 4-time winner in the ISRL in 3rd right now. That's right on board with the number 8 machine. Neurospike says, go Pack, go. You bet your fucking ass. Fleming to the inside of DeWalt. These guys have been battling interchangeably all evening long. At least that's what it feels like, but it's probably the last 30 minutes. Landon Bednarz over on YouTube says, flagship with a heart. Landon, where the hell are you? You're supposed to be racing. Ooh, Thomas Meeks giving Ryan Robertson a little bit of a rub. Meeks hoping for a little bit of a tug. Min Hang trying to get through this. Holy shit, changing lanes. Only as he should. Landon's having a baby tonight, maybe. Good for you, bro. Gonna have to let us know about that. As 2nd and 3rd fight, Brad Gutierrez pulling away. DeWalt and Fleming have changed lanes. DeWalt trying to protect the faster line, it looks like. William Robbins right there, as is Thomas Meeks. As he speaks about clapping cheeks, maybe he's for the streets. We're about to find out. in that Wheels America 55. Again, that guy in front of him is his teammate. Let's see what kind of trick he pulls here. My girl is in early labor, so here with her. She's been laughing and enjoying the stream. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying it. Blessings to you and yours. If you name the baby girl Francis, I'm not going to be sad. I'm just going to say that. Brad Gutierrez out in front. Less than 10 laps to go. Out in front, Matthew Fleming in second. Mike DeWalt in third. Let's ride on board with that Packer-themed machine. Loves a good set of crab legs and trying to get a podium finish. That is Mike DeWalt. I have 2 boys and a girl, and I love every second of it. As I get sentimental, Jeremy Eshelman has crashed.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
Let's find out what happened. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. All right, so pay attention to this 3 New Jersey Devils machine. Blimp cam doesn't really do it justice. Let's see if I get a better angle. All right, I guess you're looking where that San Francisco 49er car is. Look on the outside of that, behind that Boston Bruins 24. Oh, and Militia. Oh, and into the wall he goes. Oh, and a New York Rangers car gets involved in that. Let's back it up. I believe that is Nick Tirana. Let's see. Let's back it up again. Yeah, Militia takes the 3 for a ride. 3 goes up. 3 pounds the wall and then takes Nick Tirana with him. And that is unfortunate. But inside 10 to go. Anything is possible now. Anything is possible. Aurora Lynn Horseboat Bednars. I love that. Yes, please. L. Rob says I have 2 boys and a girl too. L. Rob says, hey, Crystal from Twitch. You know, if you put Horseboat in there, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably cry. Really hard. But don't make it official. Don't make it a government name. I would never wish upon that. But again, congratulations. That is bigger than anything else in this world, and a blessing that you're a part of that. I could not be more thrilled for people who have children. My wife and I, again, we have 3, and man, I couldn't imagine life without them. They're so special. They're amazing in every sense of the word. If, I don't know. Let me know, Landon, if you can reach out to me and DM me. I would like to give you guys a little gift. I know my wife would probably be thrilled to give as well. Just as our way of saying congratulations. That is so fucking cool. Congratulations, and I appreciate you taking a moment out of your time to enjoy the stream while you're going through a life-changing moment. That is so cool. All right, when we go back, Green Flag Racing is going to be less than 5 laps to go. You have Brad Gutierrez, Matthew Fleming, William Robbins, Mike DeWalt, Michael LeBron James, Min Hang, Tristan Acevedo, Ryan Robertson, Robert Cello Jr., and TJ Hanley rounding out your top 10 as we're going to get back at it for the conclusion of the Road Soda Motorsports 225 Road Soda Sports Night. My God, I'm just butchering everything. But 84 in that green and white USF Chevrolet going to lead us off, having control in the restart zone. Crowd says going to be a crazy finish. You are fucking right. Here we go. 4 laps to go. It is going down right now. Min Hang, watch out for that Ducati number 11 Ford Mustang. He is right there. Now, if you're talking about who's led the most laps, I believe Min Hang has, but I'm sure it is closer than I think. Brad trying to drive it home. He is good at Charlotte. 3 wide for third right now between Fleming, Robertson, and Hang. Oh, Meeks is going around like that is new.
Yeah, there, bud.
Oh, boy. Let's back that ass up yet again. I knew that wasn't going to go down without a green, white checkered, and we're going to get it. Pay attention to that 55, red, white, and blue. Wheels America number 55. Oh, yeah, wow. Whoever is behind him kind of drove that one. Looks like Joseph Enright. Says, hey, hold my beer. I can fuck up faster than you can. Yeah, there he is. Oh, and it looks like Rob Rosello slipped up the track, too. And who the hell was that just went around? Let's back that up. Looks like the 64 of Larry Debach. Fryman just collects him. Otherwise, a relatively decent night without a big wreck. That is our first really big wreck. Maybe second, I should say. But these guys did a hell of a job. And it looks like Rosello's going to go in and get some damage done. Damage control done, I should say. But here it is, a green-white checkered coming at you here for the ISRL. Another wild finish coming up. Crown called it in TikTok. He called this shit. I would imagine maybe we're not done. These guys have had a good race. But again, I digress. I don't think they're done. There may be one more in them. But you look at it, Brad Gutierrez never won in the ISRL, has won in other series that I've broadcasted and have been a part of, but not here. Same issue with Mike DeWalt in that Packers theme machine. Going to be on the front row for this restart. It's going to be interesting to see how he holds up here with the green-white checkers. Matthew Fleming, unfamiliar with not finishing, or with finishing first. I don't know, whatever the hell it is. He's a 4-time winner here in the ISRL, looking to make it number 5. And that brings me to the pole sitter, the man, the myth, the legend, Min Hang, who leads a lot of laps but is unable to close the book with a W. Will that change? We're going to find out. And in the back row in row 3, you got Ryan Robinson and William Robbins. Together, I can't say their names consecutively without fucking it up. But both in row 3, ready to hold it down to possibly maybe steal a W here. Michael James, TJ Hanley in row 4, and rounding out your top 10. And in row 5, Scott Bell and Nathan Fuller in that Horse Boat and Friends themed machine. Again, VR Golf with Golf Plus. Another season coming up early 2026. Stay tuned for more details because I plan on broadcasting a lot of that. I got to push for that and get the crew on board. But Horse Boat and Friends, we will be back at some point. But what is more important? Crown says watch the 5. I love where your head's at there. Watch the 5. That is that Green Bay Packers Toyota Camry of Mike DeWalt. Brad Gutierrez leading it down, hopefully for the final time here for the restart for the Road Soda Sports Night 225 at Charlotte. We are green, green, green. Oh, ow! Another caution. Fleming and DeWalt making connection, and boom, shakalaka. That shit just got real fast. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I didn't think they were done, but I didn't think it would be like this. Back it up and see what we can see here. And it looks like Fleming just slipped. Yep, he was already slipping, but there was already action behind him. So it looks like, yeah, Fleming is toasted. Taking the 5 of DeWalt with him. Ooh, or did we get a little touchy-touchy from the 11? I don't think so, but maybe. As good as we're going to get. Nope, he did not. No contact, just a slip. And that is unfortunate for Mike DeWalt and Matthew Fleming. Matthew Fleming, 5-time race winner, probably going bye-bye. But let's talk about Connor Rowe and fucking Nathan Fuller. Let's find out about what happened here. Boom. Fuller just got ran into by Rowe. Rowe says, you just got beat by Connor Rowe. Take that, sucker. Yeah, like, what is that? The fuck is that? Yikes, man. And then taking Tristan Acevedo with you. I'd be pretty upset. And that's just being real. Crown says, follow the live creator. Dang, he took damage. Fuck yeah. Thank you for following, man. I appreciate that. Still, Pringle over on Twitch says, Min doing Min things here. Yes, he is. But I don't think he pushed him up. I think that was all Fleming. But what do I know? I'm speculating. Ray, Idiots with Mike's podcast. That's pretty dope. I love that name. Thank you for coming here for a split second. Pretty awesome name. Gotta love that. Somebody allowed me to have a microphone, which allowed me to be in front of these guys for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. But again, we are on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Having a bueno time. Looking for more muy bueno workers. Brad Gutierrez, Min Hang on the front row. Ryan Robertson and William Robbins, row 2. Look at that. I said that correctly. Row 3, Michael James and Scott Bell. TJ Hanley, Josh Cole, and then Connor Rowe and Larry Dybach rounding out your top 10. And in row 5, Ray says, our show is a shit show every week. Hey, man, shoot me a DM so I can give you a follow. I will follow you shortly after this broadcast. I just love the name. It sounds great. I'm in. Like, I am in 100%. I will view it. All right. Getting back to the future. Ray followed the creator. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that a lot. Robinson Ford, keep pushing over on Twitch. Yes, Liz, you are correct. As is when your husband's correct, you are correct. And when you're both wrong, he's wrong. Brad Gutierrez leading us back to the restart zone for the Road Soda Sports Night 225 at Charlotte. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Trying to get to the end of this thing without a little bit of room. Brian Robertson right there. Everybody is getting wild. Scott Bell. Thomas Meeks in the wall.
There will be a caution.
We got another caution. Holy shit. Holy shit. Man. Now, I will tell you, if you're new to this channel or new to the ISRL, this is not typical. Just being real. It is not typical for these guys to do this. But again, I will let you know tonight, 2 races in the regular season, you get this special thing, and it's called double points. You get double points tonight to where you're finished, and I think these guys are a little hungry for double points. And it's almost to like it's sexual. Yeah, just like that. So you can imagine that it gets a little too real. Scott Bell getting into Larry Dybach, into Thomas Meeks, sliding up the track. Not a lot of damage considering the bullshit that went down. We'll play it back again just so you can see it. And it's just getting wavy like a cherry curl right now. Damn. Cody Keller was able to escape from that on the hair of his chinny chin chin. We're getting in the Christmas season. I'm going to say some Christmas shit eventually. It's bound to happen. I'm not a big, I don't get into the holiday spirit, but I might. I might wear a Santa beard near the Christmas broadcast. Ryan pays me enough money. I'll do whatever the hell he wants.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Shut the fuck up, Peter Griffin. This is the ISRL. And it looks like Min Hang is going to be out in front as we get ready for this final restart, hopefully. Hang with the lead, yeah, and it's going to be crazy, this battle between Brad Gutierrez and Min Hang. We're going to keep it right here as we get ready to go back on this restart. This has definitely worked up to be a heavyweight fight between these two drivers, if that is what indeed it is. And I believe that is indeed what it is. Hopefully, let's get this right as we get ready to go. Brad Gutierrez is going to sit on the front row for this hopefully final restart of the Road Soda Sports Night 225 at Charlotte. Outside of him, the former pole sitter here for this race, Min Hang. Row number 2 is going to be Ryan Robertson and William Robbins. Row 3 is going to be Michael LeBron James and TJ Hanley. Row 4 is going to be Connor Rowe, and outside of him is going to be the 43 of Josh Cole. In row 5, the 55, Wheels America of Thomas Meeks, banged up, but not enough to clap those cheeks. And the 64 of Larry Dybach. I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm sorry for murdering it. Rounding out your top 10. Jesse Becker spamming the A button, as well as Logan Fazezrin. I don't know what the fuck your name is. But thank you for supporting over on YouTube. Man, all across 3 platforms, I got people involved. I appreciate that a lot. Again, your time is the most valuable thing you can give, and I appreciate that immensely. Again, post-race show to follow this. We are getting ready to go green flag racing. The 84 Brad Gutierrez leading the charge. Here we go. Green, green, green for the Road Soda Sports Night 225. Jesse Becker says, Horseboat got holes in different area codes. When you mean viewers, absolutely. Oh, and Mike DeWalt spins around Joseph Enright. Looks like he's going to be down on the bottom. Going to be green flag action. Can they get back to the white flag? Robin's going to pay for it, but we are white flag racing. Final time around here in Charlotte. Gutierrez, Min Hang, Ryan Robertson, Michael James, Josh Cole, your top 5. Your winner coming around the final time and is first in the ISRL. Your Road Soda Sports Night 225 winner at Charlotte is Brad Gutierrez, the Torta Pounder. I don't know if you can paint a dirtier picture. But for Brad, it wasn't about that. It was about staying out in front and finishing, whether or not that caution flag came out. But Brad Gutierrez, your winner. Again, we'll give you the unofficial results there on the side of your screen. Min Hang, Ryan Robertson, Michael James, Josh Cole, Thomas Meeks, Mike DeWalt, TJ Hanley, Nathaniel Fryman, and Connor Rowe, rounding out your top 10. Gonna take a moment and gather myself and get our top 3 in the booth as the ISRL post-race show will begin in just a moment. Logan says, Tortas are going insane. You bet your ass, bro. Taco Bell line is ecstatic. Taco Bell. Let's ring that bell, shall we? That would be me after some Taco Bell, which I might get at the end of the week. Again, 30 seconds, or excuse me, maybe 90. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, back at it for the Road Soda Sports Night 225. Ryan Robertson finishing third tonight. Ryan having a remarkable run. I know you qualified well, started in fifth, but at the end of the day, a third place finish, a podium finish, double points. You know how important those double points are, as I put a soundboard reminding you of that, which I know you love.
Double points.
Yes, I love it.
How's your night going? How was the race for you?
It was eventful, man. Early on, I was just chilling, running solidly in the top 5, and me and the 13 got together, junked half the field, and got sent to the back, and had to make my way back up front. Man,
That was hot.
it was attrition. It was
It was
a
very
battle,
sexual.
man. Yeah, I mean, I'm aroused, and I hope everybody watching this too.
Hopefully
But
you don't have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, but Ryan, go ahead. Continue.
Oh no, I just I've been waiting for these interviews. I've been putting the work in. You know that.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
been awesome. The biggest and the most intense race to do it in with double points. I mean, I couldn't ask for more. Definitely got to thank my guys and all that. So thank you, of course.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you want to give anybody a shout out? Now would be the time.
Yeah. Sorry, I did a little early, a little premature. Definitely got to give a
always
shout
good.
out to THDesigns, Jonathan Militia, and Road Soda Motorsports for sponsoring this race, and everybody who sponsored our races this season. My teammate Stanford wasn't here. Van Hemmert, all of our admin team. Everybody's done a great job putting this deal together. And you for your broadcast. I look so much forward to watching them every Tuesday night. So
Well,
thank you.
I appreciate that you asked me to be a part of this. And one more thing for you, Ryan.
Nice car.
Happy third place finish, man. And we'll see you in 2 weeks at Pocono for the Kennametal 188.
Sounds good. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
You are welcome again. Ryan Robertson running this league magically as we get through. Min Hang in the booth for a second place finish. Min, I know probably not the finish you were hoping for, but you had a wonderful night. I think you led the most laps, or at least close to it.
Yeah, I'm very content with the result. It was evident to me, at least, that at least the last half of the race, that Brad was just faster. He just had to go through the whole field, basically. And so, I don't know what God has against me, because it seems like every time I pit, some caution comes out. And so there was that, and then also threw me for another loophole getting ran into on that last caution there. That was a little bit weird, but again, I'm very content with the result. Glad Brad was able to get him one. We always work together and everything. So I'm just glad this one didn't turn into a lead the whole race, start on pole, and then finish 16th kind of deal. At least we finished in the top 5, top 2 nonetheless. So I'm pretty happy about that.
I was going to say, you've had some bad luck this season, but this one worked into your favor, at least for a second place. Double points are important with 3 races left to go. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man. So like I said, just shout out Brad. Obviously, again, we work together every week, always, exchanging information, details, always trying to get each other better. Shout out to the top half of the field in that last half there. I thought we all raced clean, we didn't fence each other super hard or anything. Just hard racing. I know it's a little messy in the back of the pack-ish. Some people maybe didn't reflect that same sentiment, but again, I thought it was pretty decent. Again, it's just some stuff to clean up on, but all in all, for first season and ISRL, that's not too shabby.
Well, fantastic for you finishing in second tonight. Again, I know not your optimal finish, but again, second is better than 16th. Again, congratulations, and we'll see you here in 2 weeks at Pocono.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
All right, and a guy who needs no introduction. Again, I'll bring you into the booth here now one more time. Your winner of the Road Soda Sports Night 225, Brad Gutierrez, getting his first win in the ISRL and pounding his way to victory. Brad, how are you feeling after tonight's festivities?
Dude, I love Charlotte so much. I love Charlotte. Yeah, dude, that car I had today was insanely fast. I don't know. I'm lost for words because I don't know. No, that was awesome. The race was fun too. Starting from the back, passing everybody, and then trying to catch the leaders, catching the leader, passing him, pitting on a green. It was all fun. I would love to do it all over again.
Well, you had a great night. You and Min Hang led the majority of the laps. Again, your first win in the ISRL. I know, Indy, you thought you had the number for that one. Didn't turn out to be. But for Charlotte, you came out, showed up in victory lane, pounded some tortas, had a great time. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
The tortas, man, they fuel me. No, no.
I love you, Brad. Like, seriously, like, on the real, before you thank people, you are a great person. I appreciate to know you. Even, you put up with my old ass, which I know I'm much older than you are, but you are a great personality, a great person to know. Again, before you get going, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, you doing this, man. This is awesome. Your broadcasts are great. Love rewatching the races when we're done. Definitely Min Hang coaching me through the end there because I kind of needed it. I was gonna lose my head with all the stupid cautions that were coming out.
Still was fun to watch from my perspective. Just pointing that out. Continue on.
Yeah, it was not fun in my seat. I'll tell you that. Skyler
Wait,
as well,
hold
he
on,
wasn't here.
wait. Your restarts were so good though. Like, you should
Yeah,
have more
but, dude, I had
confidence
to
in
do
what
it-
you're
I
doing.
had to
You're
do
a
it,
great
like,
driver.
4 times. I understand that. I had to do it 4 times. This is a bit ridiculous. And when the caution came out, I had like a 5-second lead. And then another one came out, I had like another second lead, and I was getting frustrated.
Understood. Go back to who you were thanking. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're good. Min, Skyler, you, Ryan for putting these up. This league is great. Love the people here. Most of the people here. That's about it. I'm gonna thank God on this one because I won. So I'm sorry, but I got to. That's
I'm
about
gonna
it,
do
man.
for you the Sammy Sosa, the boom, 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 up. There you go. There you go. I got you. Well, congratulations, man. Your first win in this league. Again, you are eligible for the playoffs. So again, this holds strong. This locks you in, inevitably. But again, congratulations, dude. I know you wanted Indy, you wanted that bad, but Charlotte came to you, and it looks like it just rolled into your favor, man. So congratulations, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Pocono.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's been a rough couple weeks for me, but yeah, this definitely lights the spirits a bit. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You are welcome. And again, side note, gotta get some repo in, brother, or
Yes,
some
let's do
Arc
it.
Raiders. If you've never done
Night.
Arc Raiders, I gotta recommend it. It's amazing.
Is it free? Is it free?
No, but we'll work it out if you can't afford it.
All right. No, I mean I
You
can
fucking
afford it. but,
broke
like,
ass.
I'm not
Fuck you.
broke, man. I got a Lexus, dude. Calm down. I got tortas.
Well, I
on
know
my-
your
on my
money's
flat.
in that Lexus instead of affording fucking video games, which I understand. But
You
again,
forgot the tortas too.
well, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but a sense, if you're paying for them, I gotta pull it up. So again, Brad Gutierrez, your winner. We're gonna make that known. Road Soda Sports Night 225 at Charlotte. Brad, my boy Gutierrez, your winner. His first win of the season. Hopefully, a ton more ahead in the ISRL. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
You are welcome. Again, your winner tonight, holding it down, and that's going to do it here for us at Charlotte. Again, it was a wild ride that was Charlotte. But let me open your eyes. Again, 2 weeks from tonight, December 2nd, imagine us together on a journey for the Kettle Metal 188 at Pocono Raceway. It's going to be hot. It's going to be sexual. And it's heating up again. After this race, you have 3 races left. So you have Pocono. You have Talladega towards the end. Well, let's bring it back in one more time while I'm bullshitting with you. Also, last 3 races before the playoffs, you have Pocono, Las Vegas, and Talladega. And then as we enter 2026, you have Michigan, Watkins Glen, Nashville, Daytona, and finally February 3rd, Homestead. So again, a lot of action to be had, but 3 races left to go with Pocono, Las Vegas, and Talladega, with the first being at Pocono on December 2nd for the Kennametal 188. And I hope to have you here for the ISRL, sponsored by THDesigns. For the ISRL, I am Tom Torre, aka the Horse Boat, wishing you well in this work week. And we will see you 2 weeks from tonight for the ISRL at Pocono for the Kennel 188. Have a wonderful work week, and maybe we'll see you back here for my birthday on November 25th.